Hey guys, it's Sean with Nolt's Power Equipment. Today's video is a little bit different. We are at the Edenville Community Center. I'm with Larry Long. Larry is a customer that stopped in this spring at our open house and grabbed an NS4710 Cab from us. Real quick blooper reel, you and I just spent like the last 15 minutes doing this exact interview and I had never hit the record button. So this should be a one shot, one take kind of deal,
yeah,
right?
Practice.
So Larry, like I said, Larry came in at our spring open house and was looking to upgrade his tractor. Give me a little bit of history. In our first interview, you mentioned you had a KIOTI in the past. So give me kind of what drew you to KIOTI, what drew you to Nolt's?
Yes, I had a CK30 the first time, a shuttle shift in 2005. I think I bought it. A friend of mine was selling them in Bedford, and I looked at them and I got to look at them really close, you know, and check them out, and I decided to get one of those. And I've had that for 17 years, never had hardly any issues with it, regular maintenance and that kind of stuff. Decided I may gonna upgrade to a newer one, so I didn't hesitate to just go look at the new KIOTIs first off the bat, because I was so happy with the other one, and we decided you let me drive a cab tractor. I never had a cab tractor, so just like you said, once I was in it and drove it around, didn't think I'd ever want to go back to anything else. If I'm getting another one, at my age, I appreciate having heat and air conditioning and being out in all kinds of weather. I mean, I've been out leveling stones in my driveway. I had 21 tons of stone just dropped off a week or so ago, and I actually found time on a rainy day to go out and do that. So I'm sitting in my tractor out of the rain, leveling stones and getting my work done. So it's nice that you don't have to just wait for a sunny day to use it.
So you had come in, you're looking to upgrade from your CK30. It was a CK35. And CK30, my apologies, so CK30. And so we're here, I mentioned we're here at the Edenville Community Center. Kind of walk me through, Larry's the kind of guy, and this is why I wanted to come out here. Larry's the kind of guy that he buys a tractor with his own hard-earned money, and I think the thing spends more time here at the community center getting work done than it does at your place. Yeah. So kind of what was your thought process of thinking it was time to upgrade, and what plans did you have for it here at the community center?
One thing the way the tractor used ones are selling, and I kept mine in pretty good shape, and I was told I could probably get almost what I paid for it out of it, and I thought, well, let me try that. If I can get what I paid for it out of it, I'm going for a new one. So sure enough, I put mine, listed it, and the first guy came and looked at it, gave me cash to hold it, and paid cash for it. So then I had to buy one. I didn't have a choice because I didn't want to go without one. Yeah. But I was ready. The cab tractor, just it was so nice having to be out of the climate and the rain and snow. And
so the community center here, so we're in Edenville, Pennsylvania, just a hop, skip, and a jump outside of Shippensburg, Chambersburg, kind of in between a couple of different towns. But so you guys have, I think you said 20 couple acres
26
here?
26 acres.
26 acres. There's a good bit of stuff. Walk me through a little bit what all goes on here and what you do. So you're the president of the community center. Right. So you kind of head things up. So what is it that you guys have going on around here?
We lease most of the ground. Soccer club came in and is leasing the ground for our soccer games. Years ago, this used to be baseball fields, but not anymore. Soccer's pretty heavy. So we keep the grounds in shape for the soccer club that comes in here. Their season will be ending soon here. We also do car shows. We had a car show a couple weeks ago, chicken barbecues, sometimes pot pie suppers or takeout. We did over the COVID period. We would have a drive-through. Trying to do things for the community. This weekend we're having a trunk or treat event for kids to come out, and we're decorating cars. We do a thing at Breakfast with Santa Christmas time, and we're going to be doing a meal for senior citizens or taking free meals out to people in the area, and just things that we can do to help, because a lot of people have come out to help us. Since I took over, I couldn't believe the amount of help people I haven't even known before just show up and say, hey, you need help mowing, or they just show up, and it's been awesome. So I've had a lot of support. Yeah, quite a bit of ground here, and just as you look around, there's some wooded areas. You got the flail mower when you bought the tractor. So we were looking at the machine and the flail mower. You had mentioned that there was some pretty tall grass that would need to get cut. Besides that, I mean, what drew you specifically to? I mean, we talked about the cab, the comfort of the cab, but what were some of the things that weighed in on the decision to upgrade from the 30 horse to the 45? And was the choice worth it? Oh yeah, I mean I would never go back now. The cab was a big thing, but it is more power, more digging power. Just the controls, the way everything's laid out. I thought I jumped in a new car. I told him I didn't believe a tractor has cruise control, and just like some of the trucks, push button in and out, 4-wheel drive, that you don't have to wrestle the lever down below, and just the seating and the tilt wheel, and where all the controls are, the cell phone chargers, drink holders, radio, things that some of my cars don't even have.
One of the questions we get asked a lot is with these newer machines, so we're over the 25 horsepower with the emissions ratings and everything, and your CK30 would not have had that, even though it was over the 25. But this one does have the regen system on it, so the DPF, the diesel particulate filter. And one of the questions we get all the time is, you know, we have guys that are it's a very polarizing topic. Guys that are either super against it, they don't think it'll work, they don't want to have to deal with it. Some guys don't really know much about it, and they get kind of scared off by the guys that hate it. What has been, as you've been running it, so we mentioned a little bit earlier, you have 30 couple hours on the machine, so it's gone through that regen cycle now a couple times. How has that process looked for you as you're driving the tractor? How has it affected what you're doing? Or have you even noticed that it's doing it?
I haven't even really noticed it. I couldn't tell you when it did it or when it didn't, but I was hesitant there for a few years with the same issues everyone else thought of, and when I talked to you about it, you pretty much convinced me that any bugs they might have had, they got them smoothed out. It's not an issue anymore. It's automatic. It does it itself, and I can tell a big difference from my old tractor. Like I said, I kept it inside the garage, and to start it up, warm it up or whatever, pull it out of the garage, the whole garage was full of smoke, and I have to air it out or turn the fan on. But I can't believe a diesel tractor is sitting in the garage. I can start it up and run a while, or let it run however long, pull it outside and walk back in the garage. You can't even tell there was a tractor running in there, because I mean, you can't even smell the smoke. So that means a lot to me too. So
I know we had when you first stopped in, we were looking at a DK. Actually, we were looking at a DK cab, and actually I think one of the other sales guys had said, Sean, you ought to show him the NS. So we had a leftover NS from the previous year, and you sat down in the NS. What was kind of the, so we like I said, we had been through the DK, we drove the DK around, and you were ready to go on that one, and then I threw in the curveball of, hey, let's check out the NS. When you sat in the NS, what made you go from the DK to the NS?
It's just everything. I mean, not the controls were, you know, good for me in the DK, but when I jumped in the NS, I mean, they were even better. Like the controls where it has the electronic in and out, 4-wheel drive, the nice tilt steering wheel. You can just put your foot down and tilt the wheel up or down. You don't have to reach down with your hand. Actually, you don't have to do a lot of bending over. You comfortable compartments on the side for cell phones or drinks or whatever. Cell phone charger right there on the side. You can charge up your phone while you're working, and just everything, the joystick and everything to me is in a good position. It works good for me. So things didn't exactly go flawlessly when we delivered the tractor. So like I said, Larry got the flail mower with it. It was maybe the next day, if not the next day, 2 days later, he texts me and says, hey, this flail mower, it's got the shift, the hydraulic shifting side to side. And I forget if he texts me or called me, but either way, reaches out to me and tells me that the thing's not working. And that was something, I bring that up because that's one of the key things that we do with Nolts. I tell a lot of guys when we're selling them tractors is there's one thing I can guarantee you when you buy a piece of equipment, and that it's going to break. So whether it's the orange ones, the green ones, the blue ones, it doesn't matter. Something at some point, at some time, is going to break on the machine. And while the reason we're here is to highlight you guys and what you're doing here at the community center, I did want to at least chat a little bit about what was kind of your experience with when that didn't work. You know, you only have the tractor for a week and there's something wrong with it. How did Nolts kind of step up, or did they step up? Did we step up to kind of make that and get you back up and running? Give me a little bit of a rundown of how that was handled. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I think you were probably shocked when I called you to tell you I thought there was something wrong with it, because you thought I was either kidding or sure you didn't believe it, because it doesn't happen that much. The first couple of times I used it, I thought maybe I did something wrong. But the side shift either worked sometimes, go one way or not the other, or then it got to a point where it wouldn't work at all. It wouldn't move back and forth. Everything else worked. And so I got a hold of Sean and I think first we tried swap the hoses, hydraulic hoses around. I noticed the one hose trying to put it back on was tight. It didn't want to latch on right, and did that. It didn't fix the problem. It may have got worse. So I talked to him and Sean again, and right away he says, well, we'll need to get somebody out there. So I didn't have to take it anywhere. They just came right to my place and checked it out. I guess they were there twice. They come to check it out first and found out it needed a fitting, a quick coupler fitting, and they didn't have one in stock because mine's the first one that ever went bad, I guess. So it took them just a couple days to get it, and as soon as they got it, they came right back out. I just leave the tractor outside. I went to work, and they come took care of it. I came home. It's all fixed. So yeah, no problem. They came right out and took care of it.
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues since that. So
awesome. Well, Larry, thanks for letting me come out. Shout out to the Edenville Community Center for everything you guys have got going on here. Larry, thanks for all that you do here. We mentioned that they host a lot of soccer games. We're actually about to get kicked out by some little ones playing soccer.
Start kicking balls around here.
So we better cut this one off. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Larry, thanks for having me out. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you for choosing Nolt. We look forward to serving you guys for years to come. If you guys have any interest in a tractor, a Coyote tractor, whether it's the NS or any of the other models, give us a call, 717-423-6300. You can build out your own tractor, check pricing, see all the specs on our tractor builder. It's buildmytractor.noltspower.com. Again, Larry, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for taking a look at what we've got going on here at the Edenville Community Center. We'll see you next time.